Brown Sugar 2002 is a romance comedy that follows two best friends who are brought together through their love of hip-hop, but as they get older, they struggle through their constantly changing emotions for each other, trying to figure out life and their feelings for one another. This underrated gem I feel like went under the radar when it came to romances. However, two disclaimers, this film was made in 2002, so some jokes will definitely fall flat among other things, and this should not be a map or guide to how you should handle your feelings and emotions for someone or the actions you should take. Now, I don't really follow romance comedies or romance comedies for that matter, but I decided to throw a bit of a tiny breather in throughout the horror to give a shout out to one of the romance comedies that I feel was a fun watch, where I really wanted to see how it would end with these characters. Brown Sugar 2002 is a really good underrated gem that you should watch, and here's why. This is spoiler free, so feel free to watch in its entirety. Brown Sugar 2002 gave me a story that I really love because for the entire time, the two main characters, Sydney and Andre, used the one thing that they loved, hip-hop, to communicate their different feelings for each other. It even introduces the characters to you through their first time being introduced to hip-hop and falling in love with it. Kind of like a really beautiful metaphor for each other. It was almost like they were talking in their own language when they spoke to each other, and that definitely convinced me of the close relationship that those two characters had. Another thing that I loved about this film is how each character was also trying to figure out life too. It wasn't all just about romance. It was about new job opportunities and spaces. It was about their opinions towards hip-hop at the time. There were so many layers to this story and these characters, but it wasn't overwhelming. You can keep up, and the story keeps you guessing when it comes to that final answer that you want to know when watching this film, and that's, will they end up together? You literally won't be able to guess. I will say that there were some editing choices that I feel like could be a bit confusing on the first watch. Like sometimes the editing repeats and skips like a record at the height of when Sydney and Andre discuss how they feel towards each other, but it's not a constant or clear editing choice in my opinion, so just a warning there. Other than that, the acting was great with some great star power in the cast as well. It's such an investing watch, and regardless of how you feel about the end, you won't feel like watching this film is a waste of time. I have no idea how this got to be such an underrated romance comedy in my opinion. This is definitely something you can watch during this festive time because despite the constant emotions this film takes you through, it still feels cozy. Like I said, I don't know if this will mean anything, but when it comes to watching films, I don't run towards romance comedies. So the fact that I really enjoyed this made me go, maybe I should add this to my underrated list. This movie, along with this enjoyable soundtrack playing in the background, was great to pick back up during the time of festive, jolly celebration. So go check it out. It's available to watch for free, so don't get scared to check it out. I hope you decide to watch, and if you have already seen it, how did you feel on your first watch? Thank y'all so much for watching, and I hope y'all enjoyed. Back to horror next week, and let me know what you think. Remember to keep it kind and sweet. Peace.